If we take fullness out of fullness, fullness remains. This is meaning of the Sanskrit prayer. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate.
Welcome everyone to today's Atomic Dreaming class. My name is Swamini Valli and I am helping with this class on a monthly basis on the second Tuesday of each month on the Pillai Center Practice YouTube channel. Dr. Pillai has given me two techniques from the Tamil siddha tradition of enlightenment and asked me to be sharing them with others. So each month I am sharing the directions for these two techniques, and then we also do them together in class and people share some of their experiences. So this is a very kind of hands-on class for you to actually be having experiences with the techniques. We have some people who have been doing these techniques on a daily basis now for a couple of years, and have had some amazing experiences with the techniques. And we also have some people who may be brand new. So it's a little bit of a one-room schoolhouse, which means that everyone is patient. If someone is asking a question in the chat that you already know the answer to, and that beginners are respectful, that there are people who may be having experiences beyond what you're having just at the moment if you're brand new. But it gives you an idea that you have something to look forward to when you hear some of their stories or their experiences. Everyone is welcome. The two techniques from the Tamil Siddha tradition for atomic dreaming, these are not techniques that we're doing while we're sleeping. These are waking state dreaming experiences. So these are ones that you do while you're awake. One technique is more focused on the material plane, and the other technique is more focused on the spiritual dimension. Dr. Pillai likes us to practice both of them because he likes for people to be living what he calls a 200% life, meaning 100% successful and focused on the material plane and 100% successful and focused on the spiritual dimension as well. So these techniques are called atomic because Dr. Pillai is trying us to understand that we each have an atomic power in our own mind. And these techniques are helping us to more consciously connect with that aspect of ourselves, to more consciously connect with the atomic power in our own minds, and to be able to begin to direct that more consciously as well. So whether you're brand new or you're someone that's been here many times before, welcome, and we'll go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, I do share the two techniques, but before I do that, I always like to start with a very simple clearing exercise to help you clear out from your day or your evening, so that we all are able to go a bit deeper with the techniques when we're working with them. So if you're in a place where it's safe for you to close your eyes, please go ahead right now and close your eyes for a few moments. Receive a beam of white light into your right eye. The white light comes into your right eye and it goes into all the millions of cells in your right eye. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. The white light comes into your right eye and it goes all the way back into your right optic nerve. Receive the light. Now, receive a beam of white light into your left eye. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into your left eye, all the way back into your left optic nerve. Now, receive a beam of white light into your right ear. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into your right ear, all the way into your right inner eardrum. Now, receive a beam of white light into your left ear. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into your left ear, all the way into your left inner eardrum. Now, receive a beam of white light into your right nostril. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into your right nostril, all the way into your right nasal cavity. Now, receive a beam of white light into your left nostril. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into your left nostril, all the way into your left nasal cavity. Now, receive a beam of white light into your mouth. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the white light into the tip of your tongue, the middle of your tongue, the back of your tongue, and your tonsils area. Now, receive a beam of white light into your heart. The white light is healing, clearing, renewing. Receive the light. Now, receive a beam of white light coming down from the sky, entering into the top of your head. The white light comes into your head and it goes into all the cells in your brain, healing, clearing, renewing. The white light expands and fills your entire head. The white light flows into your neck and throat. The white light comes down into your shoulders, and from your shoulders it flows into your arms and comes all the way down your arms and into your hands. The white light flows into your torso and it goes into all of your inner organs, healing, clearing, renewing. The white light flows into your legs. It comes down into your thighs, to your knees, into your shin and calves, down into your ankles, and into your feet. The white light flows through the bottoms of your feet, connecting you with the earth. The white light is flowing through all the pores in your skin. And now all of us are in a river of white light, ready to begin our program. So now I'm going to share with you the words from Dr. Pillai about the first technique of atomic dreaming. As I mentioned at the beginning, this technique is more focused on the material plane, and in the directions, he's going to suggest that you can focus on something that to you is a kind of a goodie. And a goodie for you today could be anything that you might like to have, or you might like to do, or you might like to be, or some combination of those things. So as I share the directions with you for this first technique of atomic dreaming, in the back of your mind, also think about what is the goodie you would like to play with tonight for this first technique. So now these are the words to us from Dr. Pillai about this first technique. Tapping into your total consciousness. We use only the mind-body consciousness, where the body and mind together give you a sense of reality. You never consciously attempt to separate the body from the mind. There are meditations that the siddhas do to separate their body and the mind. I'll give you an example. You are in San Diego in your house. You think about that you are in, say, India, staying in a hotel, and for a few days you are in the hotel. What is really happening when you do this exercise? Yes, in San Diego, your body and mind are together, and that is where, for all practical purposes, you are. But you are thinking that you are in India, in a hotel room. So the mind alone is there, in the hotel. You visualize your hotel room, the restaurant that you go to. You are coming to the lobby and talking to some Indians, doing business with them or whatever. But actually, what you are doing is just imaginary, an unreal exercise, an exercise in unreality, by worldly standards. If you live this life on a daily basis, that will help you to separate your mind from the body. Then you can go to the soul. But this first exercise is important, and it will be so liberating for the mind. You can think about all kinds of goodies. You have a Rolls Royce, driving a Rolls Royce. You have a mansion. All these things you can do. And if you remain in that consciousness for a long time, although it is faking, that will do a lot of good, because your unconscious will pick up those constant hammerings. And psychologically, it is such an ego-satisfying consciousness, which is good. So those are the words to us from Dr. Pillai about this first technique of atomic dreaming. So right now, allow yourself to begin to picture yourself enjoying whatever is your goodie for today. Again, your goodie could be anything that you might like to have or do or be, or some combination of those things. But allow yourself to picture yourself enjoying your goodie right now. And allow this picture to be very vivid. You're seeing all the colors of you enjoying your goodie. And you also are allowing yourself to feel the joy of you enjoying your goodie. So this is more than just fake it till you make it. You're actually feeling the bliss, the happiness, the positive emotions of you enjoying your goodie. You're seeing it in vivid color, all the details. And you're allowing yourself right now to be having an adventure, a happy adventure with your goodie. And you allow this adventure to unfold right now. And you bring all of your senses into enjoying your goodie. You're seeing it, and you're seeing yourself in the scene being happy with a smile on your face. You feel your joy continue to expand, and you're bringing all your senses into this adventure. So you're seeing it vividly. You're also hearing anything that's going on in your scene perfectly. Whether it's the sound of the waves at the beach, or the sounds of a new car out in traffic, or you're having conversation with friends, or there's music at a party. Whatever is there in your adventure right now with your goodie for you to be hearing, you're allowing yourself to hear that very perfectly. You're seeing all the colors of the scene. You're feeling your joy, your satisfaction, your sense of fulfillment with your goodie to continue to expand. The smile on your face is getting bigger, and you allow the adventure to continue to unfold. And again, you're bringing all of your senses into the scene. So this includes even your sense of smell. If there is something in the scene that has an aroma or a scent, maybe it's the smell of fresh pine trees, or the salt air at the ocean, or the smell of incense, or a lovely perfume. Whatever is there in your scene for you to smell, you're allowing yourself to enjoy that. So you're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're even smelling it. And the adventure continues to unfold. And if there's anything in your adventure that's there for you to eat or to drink, allow yourself to have the pleasure of the taste of whatever is there to eat or to drink. Maybe you're having a picnic. Maybe there's a buffet at a party. Maybe you're cooking a meal for some friends. Whatever is there for your taste buds to enjoy, allow yourself to be experiencing that as well. And again, know that Dr. Pillai wants you to be having this positive experience right now. He says this is good for you to have this positive, ego-satisfying experience. Give yourself permission to truly enjoy every aspect of your goodie. You're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're smelling it, you're tasting it. And if there's anything there in your goodie that's of a tactile nature, something for you to touch, to enjoy with your sense of touch, whether it's you're walking barefoot on the sand at the beach, or maybe you're holding the steering wheel of a new car, or maybe you have fabulous new clothes and you love the fabric, you feel the fabric of those clothes. Whatever is there for you to feel with a tactile sense of touch, allow yourself to be enjoying that as well. And allow your joy with your goodie to continue to expand, to continue to grow. Your happiness, your bliss, your sense of fulfillment and completion continues to deepen and get bigger. And you allow your adventure to continue to expand, and you allow yourself to see where this adventure, this happy adventure with your goodie, is taking you right now. You're enjoying your goodie. You're having fun with your goodie. You're delighted with your goodie. You feel so fulfilled, so complete. And now, gently, gently, allow yourself to come back. Allow yourself to come back to your body and reintegrate with your body. We give thanks to Dr. Pillai for whatever experience you've had with your goodie right now. And those of you that have been here before know that I do like for people to share a little bit about their adventure with their goodie. If you don't want to share all the details, that's fine. Maybe you can just share how it made you feel to be experiencing your goodie. So when you're ready to be back in your body and you're able to type a little bit in the chat, you're welcome to do that. So I'll check the chat in just a moment to see if anyone is able to type and share a little bit about your experience with the first technique of atomic dreaming. I see Johnny sharing in the chat he's never visited San Diego, which is mentioned in the directions that Dr. Pillai gave us. The team doesn't all live in San Diego. Dr. Pillai is doing Guru Purnima in person this year, and that would be an opportunity to be with him. He'll be doing that in Washington, D.C., but a lot of the team lives in different places. I'm in New Mexico, for example. So we're a little bit of a, I guess you'd call us an electronic tribe for how we get together. I am looking forward to going to Washington, D.C. this year for the Guru Purnima event and getting to see a bunch of people again in person. Haven't really seen a lot of people since before COVID. I see Lisa sharing in the chat under the handle Ryan Evans. She says, For tonight, her goodie was picturing selling millions of copies of her children's books. She's an author, and she was speaking publicly in schools and events, motivating children to write and to illustrate too. So she does a lot with her books to help open up the creativity of children. And so she is picturing a very happy goodie tonight, picturing selling millions of copies of her books. I'm very happy for her for that. For those of you that do share a little bit about your experience, you may want to copy and paste that into a journal for yourself, as you may find it helpful to look back later to see what some of your atomic dreams were. Checking the chat to see if anyone else is sharing in the chat about their first technique. And I'm only seeing Lisa's comments right now. So don't know if other people are going to be sharing about your first technique. Everardo is sharing, saying tonight, for the first technique, he was composing music with a famous R&B singer called Odonis. Someone I aspire to be like, and it was a full-time gig, I guess, composing this music and partnering with this person. Lovely, Everardo. That's a very happy atomic dream with the first technique. Lovely. I see Kalyani sharing, the last session she wanted a bungalow, and what happened is she just returned from a fully sponsored bungalow stay up the hill. She had the best time away from the regular hustle and bustle. She says, thank you, Babaji. So she actually manifested an experience with her atomic dream from last time, having a bit of a stay at a bungalow. Wonderful, Kalyani. I'm happy for you. Aruna is sharing in the chat tonight for her atomic dream number 1. She was enjoying a beautiful, healthy life in her home, high in the hills above the ocean. And her close friend and her family were there. And she had a new studio, and she was spending her time painting and making jewelry. So she was really picturing a very beautiful lifestyle and friends and a great location and all kinds of creativity in her studio. Wonderful, Aruna. I like that. Beautiful. Nina is sharing in the chat for her atomic dream today. She was in a mansion by the park, and they wanted to change the relaxation room into a bigger writing room. And when the wall came down, they found a safe full of gold coins, and everyone was so excited. That's a great atomic dream. That's a very happy experience. Everardo is posting some little happy doves. Nice. Kalyani is saying she believes she will be staying in a bungalow soon. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you everyone who has shared a little bit about your experiences with the first technique of atomic dreaming. We'll go ahead right now and do the second technique for atomic dreaming. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the second technique is more spiritual in nature. So with this technique, we'll do it a little bit different from the first one. Again, I will share the words from Dr. Pillai about the directions for the second technique. They're very short. I will talk about it very briefly, and then we will do it together in silence for 5 minutes. And the reason we're going to do it in silence is because this technique is more spiritual, and I don't want to be constraining or suggesting in any way with my words what your experience will be. There is a power to being in a group silence, and even though we're not all sitting in the same room together right now, we will be holding this silence together. And Dr. Pillai is blessing this class and these techniques. So I know that he's protecting you as we do the silence together, and he will be helping you to be having whatever experience you have with the second technique. So now I'm going to share the words from Dr. Pillai about this second technique of atomic dreaming. He says, if you wanted to be more powerful, then you have to go imagine that you are in heaven with Lord Shiva or Vishnu or Muruga or Ganesha or Jesus or the Buddha. Keep on thinking it over and over and over and over again. Then you can imagine that you have your mind is your subtle body. And this subtle body is thinking these thoughts which are real to the subtle body. I know a particular case where that exercise yielded results within a few days. Since this is a very powerful technique, you should not do it more than 5 minutes. God bless. So those are the words to us from Dr. Pillai about the second technique of atomic dreaming. Now, you're not limited to visiting the archetypes that he mentioned. You could go to heaven and visit someone else, like Goddess Lakshmi or Kuan Yin from the Chinese Taoist tradition, or Mother Mary, and that would be fine. Each of you may have your own way of picturing how you go to heaven. For me, it's very fast. It's like warp speed in Star Trek. But each of you may have your own way of doing that. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do the second technique of atomic dreaming in silence together for 5 minutes. I'll let you know when the silence is starting, and I will gently bring you out of it when it's over. So we're doing the second technique together right now in silence for 5 minutes. gently, gently start to come back to earth, come back to your body. Allow yourself to reintegrate. Give thanks to whatever beings you interacted with. Give thanks to Dr. Pillai for whatever experiences you had, and allow yourself to come back. I give thanks to everyone for holding this silence as a group. And whether you choose to share in the chat or not, your energy helps all of us to go deeper with this technique. When you're back in your body, if you're ready to type, if you would like to type something in the chat about your experience, that would be lovely. If you don't want to share all the details of your experience with this second technique, you could maybe just share how it made you feel to do the technique. I see Lisa sharing in the chat under the handle of Ryan Evans. Today she was high above the earth and she heard Dr. Pillai chanting Shreem Brazi, and it was so beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Pillai, and all here. Lots of love. Beautiful, Lisa. Very happy for you. Shreem Brazi is a mantra Dr. Pillai has given for abundance, for health, prosperity, beauty. Lovely, lovely to have that as your experience with the second technique of atomic dreaming. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. I appreciate that. Again, if you're willing to share and would like to put something in the chat that can be inspiring, and again, some of you may want to copy and paste what you share and put them into your journal of positive experiences. If you keep a journal of positive experiences that you've had in meditation or dreams or visions, and then you go back to them, you've stored the energy of those experiences there, and they can lift you back up again when you reread them. So checking the chat to see if anyone else is willing to share. Not seeing anything at the moment. You do have permission to use these techniques during the week. You can do them on a daily basis on your own if you wish. Sitaram is sharing, instead of going to heaven today, Sitaram reached out to our beloved Babaji, to Dr. Pillai, and surrendered to him. And Dr. Pillai blessed Sitaram. He says, thank you to Babaji from the bottom of my heart. Oh, very, very sweet experience, Sitaram, to have the experience of surrendering to an enlightened teacher. Beautiful, beautiful. Those are real blessings that you just received. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Kalyani is sharing in the chat, today Swarna Arkashana Bhairava came in front and started pouring gold into my palms, and it made me feel so much gratitude. Swarna means gold. Swarna Arkashana Bhairava is a special form of Kala Bhairava that can bring gold. So to have an experience with the second technique of Swarna Arkashana Bhairava being in front of her, pouring gold into her palms, is a really happy experience. I'm very happy for you, Kalyani, and thank you for sharing that. That's a beautiful connection to have made. Gold has a lot of divine energy in it. According to Dr. Pillai, there's a reason why gold is respected in so many cultures. It's something on earth that does have a very divine energy to it. Beautiful, beautiful to be receiving gold. Lovely. I'm checking the chat to see if anyone else is sharing. And again, if you choose not to share, that's totally fine. Again, I'm very grateful to those of you that come to the class, and also to those of you who watch the replay later. As I was saying, you have permission to use these techniques, these waking dream techniques. You don't have to be necessarily sitting on your meditation cushion or sitting in front of your puja table. You could be experimenting with this while you're, making your bed, or while you're doing the dishes, while you're doing some other mundane activity, and just put your mind in a different place with these techniques. Nazila is sharing, I felt personal support of Goddess Parvati. Thank you, Dr. Pillai Babaji, for this technique. Thank you, Swamini, and everyone. Thank you for sharing that, Nazila. That's lovely that you had a personal experience of receiving support from Goddess Parvati. This is the goddess that is the consort of Shiva. She helps with relationships, with wisdom. She helps with discipline to do our practices daily, and she helps with enlightenment. Wonderful to feel that support. Barbara is sharing in the chat, tonight I asked Ganesha to help me to understand my Shrim Brazi and Clean Brazi meditations, and he did. Oh, how fortunate for you, Barbara. I'm so glad that you had this personal mentoring from Ganesha to help you with opening up your understanding of meditations that you've been having. Beautiful. That's a beautiful use of the second technique of atomic dreaming. Thank you for sharing that. So some people have had some very beautiful, inspiring experiences. Kalyani is expressing gratitude to Babaji, Swamini, and all at Pillai Center. Lots of love to everyone here. I have been very grateful to this class for how respectful you are towards each other's experiences, and how loving and accepting you are towards each other in coming together and sharing this space and practicing with these techniques. You have permission to share these techniques with others as long as you do so freely. They were freely given to you, and you're welcome to freely pass them on to others if that's appropriate for you to do. Again, I will be here again next month on the first Tuesday of the month on this channel at the same time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I have recently received a blessing from Dr. Pillai to be doing individual Sheraba Fire Labs, and I believe they have now put that onto my Fire Lab page on the Pillai Center site. Sheraba is a very fierce form of Shiva. He helps to destroy negative energies, including things like demonic interference, evil eye, jealousies, negativity within and without. I see Nina sharing in the chat, I saw Karupa Swami on his horse. He dismounted and had a chat with me. I asked him what I could do to start to make more money, and he told me I needed to confront my fears. I told him I had a few techniques to face fears, but I sometimes felt confused by my unconscious mind. He said he was going to be with me during more difficult moments. Well, that's a great sense of guidance and support, to be receiving that information from Karupa Swami and to be feeling that he's going to be continually personally working with you. Love you. Beautiful. Barbara's asking, is it the first Tuesday or the second Tuesday? It's the second Tuesday of the month. So today, June 11th, 2024, was the second Tuesday. In July, it's going to be July 9th, the second Tuesday. The first Monday, I do the Mother Mary call on this channel, and the second Tuesday is when I do the Atomic Dreaming call. Everardo is saying, I love it when I hear Dr. Pillai chanting a Rama chant randomly. He's in our cosmic consciousness. Oh, that's very sweet, Everardo. Yes, Yes, Rama and Dr. Pillai, there's a great deal of love between them. For sure, for sure. I'm very happy that you have an experience of hearing Dr. Pillai chanting for Rama. That's lovely. Wonderful. Okay, it looks like everyone has shared that's sharing. Kalyani is saying awesome to Nina for her sharing. I thank you all for being supportive towards each other. And I'll go ahead and close out for tonight. I always want to be respectful towards your time. Thank you again for being here. And I hope you are having some fun experimenting with these techniques on your own occasionally during the week. I know some of you are doing them on a daily basis and having really beautiful experiences with them. And if you're brand new, I encourage you to try that again. I'll be here again next month, July 9th, 2024. I'm wishing you well. Blessings to everyone. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.